All right. Hey, y'all. Welcome to another Freedom Fridays. The live is going live in all the locations. So I'm live here in. Hey, Shaquille. Glad you got a chance to join today over on YouTube. And if you're joining here today, I hope that you take a second to say hello as well. Welcome to Freedom Fridays. It's always a good Friday when I get to be with you guys. Welcome replay people, because I know that not everybody gets a chance to join live on Fridays at noon. But guess what? Because there's a replay, you can still do all the activities later on your own. I'm just gonna walk you through them here, and you get to do the co-planning part with me whenever best suits you. So let me recap. What are we doing here? On Freedom Fridays, we get really clear, or we get very intentional about scheduling more rest and fun in our schedule every week. And the way that we do that, I've got a great companion worksheet for you. You can get that completely free at freedomfridays.yourdreamstrategist.com. And if you're over on Instagram, you could just go to the DM and send me the letters FF, and I'll send you back the details. So, oh, excuse me. Yes. So, as we get into the worksheet, then we talk about what are the ways that what kind of fun and rest activities are we going to do throughout the week? And then we work on getting them scheduled and setting up our schedule for next week. Because the reality that I've found is that if we don't actually put the rest and fun in our schedule, it doesn't happen. We have to be intentional about it if we actually want to see the balance, the harmony, the more prioritizing rest and fun. That comes with us being super intentional about it, and setting up our schedule is what helps us do that. So that's what we're doing today. I'm getting this blanket out from under my tush here. Okay. So, welcome. I'm so glad you got a chance to join today. Again, if you are new here, make sure you take a second and say hello in the comments. Let me know you're here so I can shout you out and say hello to you. And then who am I? Let me stop and introduce myself. If this is also your first time here, hi there. I'm Rashida, and I am a life coach for Black women. I help us quit being a strong Black woman and then redefine who we are beyond our work, because we're so much more than our work. And then once we have that really clear, we dream and we create and shift that life, take actions to become that woman. Okay. So I have a wonderful program called Meant for More. It is a group coaching program where I help you go on the journey that I myself have gone on as well. This shift from being this strong Black woman that has to show up for everyone all the time, and shifting into this place where I can make space to be soft and feminine and still get stuff done, but without all the external pressure that was actually physically hurting me. So if that sounds interesting to you, you can also check out more information about Meant for More at meantformore.yourdreamstrategist.com. Okay. But for today, we're about to get into scheduling more rest and fun, and specifically next week. This session is about doing it right here, right now, because here's the thing. If you wait to do it later, the chances that you'll do it are slim to none. So we do this session so that we could do it together, just like you would do a workout session. We all know we do better with our workouts when it's a scheduled class. When there is a specific time to show up, when there's someone guiding you through the list of things that you need to do, and all you have to do is show up and get it done. So that's what we're doing right here in this planning session. I'm making it that simple for you so that you can actually get more rest and fun in this next week. Okay. Let me give you a caveat. I have some kind of sinus thing going on, so my nose is stuffy. I can't halfway breathe. This morning I was brushing my teeth and I went to do mouthwash. And hey, Silver Linings come. Oh, Caleb's mom, hi. Over on Instagram. But yeah, so I got this sinus thing going on. and I sound like a frog, a stuffy frog on top of that. So bear with my terrible voice today. So I still wanted to show up so we could do this because this is such a good thing to do to stay intentional about adding more fun and rest into your schedule every single week. Okay. All right. So, if you haven't done this already, if you're on Instagram, head over to my DMs and put in the letters FF, and I'm going to send you the link. If you're on any of the other platforms, YouTube, LinkedIn, and you would like the worksheet that we're about to work through, go ahead and head to freedomfridays.yourdreamstrategist.com. And then I'm going to send you the worksheet that we're about to work through. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do in this worksheet, we are going to create a list of what are the things that are fun and restful. Because here's the other thing. We know we finally get a minute where we have a little bit of time to ourselves. And if we've been in a habit of working, working, working all the time, when we finally get that minute to ourselves, we're like, wait, what the heck? Fun? What is fun? What do I actually like to do to rest? How do I like to have fun? It goes over our head. We can't remember what are those things. So our way of combating that is that when we're not trying to remember what we like to do for fun, like in this kind of setting, we're going to create a list of all the things that we like to do for fun and a list of things that we like to do for rest so that we can just actually have a list to come back to when we have extra time, but then also so that we can be intentional about scheduling more rest and fun in our schedule. So, in that worksheet, and I'm going to open up my copy on my iPad because I like to be able to write mine out. And I do this with you guys as well. Let me open it up. Again, if you don't have the worksheet, you want to head over to freedomfridays.yourdreamstrategist.com or go ahead and DM me on Instagram and put in the letters FF for Freedom Friday, and I'll send that worksheet right over. Okay, so I'm opening my own worksheet. I'm making a copy for today. Today is July 12th. Can you believe I usually, I hate to say that, but sometimes time goes so fast that I just can't believe that it's already the middle of July already. But here we are. Okay. So then you're opening up and we're moving to page 4. And there's a couple columns there. The first column is a list of things that are fun. So maybe going skating is something that's fun. Maybe playing cards with friends is something that's fun. Maybe reading is fun. But here's the thing about reading. And I remind you guys of this every week when we create this list. If you're going to put something like whatever you're putting on these lists, regardless of whether it's on the fun list or the rest list, let's use reading as an example. Make sure that you're not adding in reading for something that is around work. I see you. I see what you're trying to do, okay? Don't add in something that's going to get you caught back up in work. This is specifically around rest and fun. So if you're going to add reading to the list, make sure it's reading fun books. Books that are just literally, you're not trying to learn anything about yourself. It's no self development, it's no business development, it's no understanding about your job or career or anything that's going to make you money, whether it's your side hustle, your full time hustle, your part time hustle. This, whatever is on this list, should not be in any way attached to how you make money. Okay. Because when you do that, you start blurring the lines between rest and fun. And this is not a time for the lines to be blurry. This is when we want to be clearly and intentionally scheduling time for rest and fun. Okay. So those were a couple ideas of things that you could schedule or that you can put on your list for fun. Let me see. What else? Maybe doing a garden. If you guys don't have, I want a tower garden. There's also, that's the actual name of the brand so that I can grow my own organic fruits and vegetables. That could be something that goes on this list or something, maybe even just tending to it. What else could be on this list? Trying a new recipe could be on this list. Um Maybe one of your favorite things, this is one of my favorite things, is to go to a grocery store and just walk around and see what new things they have. It's so nerdy, I can't help myself. So those are some ideas of things that can go on the list for fun. All right. Now, let's think about rest. What are things that rejuvenate you, but in some ways they're still active? So this is not about going to like coming home and numbing out on television. I think that there is definitely space to watch television. I'm not telling you not to watch TV, but I am saying be intentional about it's like, oh no, this was actually something I wanted to watch. So I'm going to make a thing out of it. I'm going to make some time to watch it rather than I don't know what else to do for rest. So I'm just going to sit in front of the TV and numb. That's not actually watching either. Like if you're watching something and you're not actually engaging in it, then you need to be doing something else. Okay. So here are some ideas for rest, activities for rest. Take a nap. Like actually choose to take a nap. Or maybe get in a hammock. I tell you guys every week, hammocking is like one of my new favorite hobbies, okay? I'm actually going to do a partnership with a woman that a lot of her channel is around taking naps and hammocking. So I'm really excited for us to do that. I got to get that scheduled. What else could be restful? Taking a walk where you're just getting out in nature, maybe going for a swim. I like a lot of my most restful activities are things where I get to be in my body, and they're usually fun as well. So, like dancing is restful for me because I'm not deeply using my mind. I get to just go out and be in my body and be present in my body rather than trying to think of all the things. So maybe dancing is on your list. So those are some ideas of things that you can put on either list. Now that you have some ideas on your list, the next page, page 5, is about you figuring out where are some places to go and some events to attend to do the things, the activities that you have on your fun and your rest list. So maybe for reading, maybe you join a book club and not only do you have this time to yourself where you can introvert and read, but you also get a little bit of time where you can schedule and go attend a um a book club meeting where you guys get to have a conversation about the book and maybe even have snacks or however your book club meeting is. So look for things like that, and if you have a hard time figuring out what kind of events are available because you have a list of specific events rather or specific types of things that you like to do rather than just going online and saying things to do in Charlotte or things to do this weekend, you can actually look up the specific activities. So book club, reading together, going skating, hammocking together. Look for those specific things because you're going to have a lot easier time finding the specific things that you want that the search might not show you if or it might not show you in the top results if you put something more general. So go with the more specific term because it's going to help you get to a better event, a better quality result in the search than what you would get if you put something general, okay? So places to look for events. You can just do a general Google search, but I also think, hey Celeste, so glad you got a chance to join today. My thing is so big. There we go. Yay. So we're going through the Freedom Fridays activity. If you haven't got the worksheets to last, you can head over, you can go to my Instagram and it'll send you the link. You just put in FF, but you can also go to freedomfridays.yourdreamstrategist.com and get the worksheet that way. So we're talking about we first made a list of the activities of fun and rest that we know that we like to do because when we tend to have time to do fun and rest, we completely forget what the heck we like to do for fun and rest. So we keep a list so that we don't have to think about those things on the fly. Like we already have a list. And you guys, every time you find something else that you like to do for rest or fun, or you think of something, add it to the list. You can actually come back to the same list that you had for rest and fun from last week. You don't have to start over with a new list every week. I just give you a new worksheet because that's just part of what we do every week. But you can always take the things that you had on your list for rest and fun from last week and add them to this week's list. Then once you have that list, now we're looking on places like meetup.com or Eventbrite or going to just a general Google search, and we're looking for those specific activities so that we can get some better options of what exactly where can we go to do the rest and fun things rather than just coming home and numbing out, because numbing is not actually restful. It doesn't actually fill our cup. It keeps all the stuff that was draining our cup away, but that's not enough to fill our cup. And we want to make sure that we're doing things that are actually refilling our cup, that are rejuvenating us, that are putting the color back into us, that are helping our light shine brighter. Okay. So, looking at some of those different places, one of these weeks, what I'll do is one of these weeks, what I'll do is actually do a search on the screen so you guys can see me searching for activities together. And maybe that'll make it easier. So I'll make sure I get that in my brain to do for next week. I love this. Celeste said, I'll get the worksheet, but I always keep a list. Yes, girl. I appreciate that you understand the value of having a list of rest and fun things to do, because we underestimate our memory. Our brain does not work when it's time to figure out like what we should be doing for fun. I don't know why. Well, yes, I do know why. We're at that point, we're so tired. We don't have the mental space to actually think about, well, what kind of fun thing would I do? We need to already have a place that we can go back to that, because it simplifies us being able to choose what we'll do next rather than trying to figure it out as we go. Thanks so much for saying that, Celeste. I appreciate that. Y'all, I'm trying to tell you, this making a list is huge. It's a huge part of getting the most out of this. So make sure if you don't have the worksheet, go ahead and get it, okay? Again, that's freedomfridays.yourdreamstrategist.com. Okay. So, now that we have our list of fun and restful things to do, and we have a list of places to go and events to attend, now we're getting into the next section, which is let's celebrate what did we accomplish from this past week. Because here we are, as Black women, we are really good at just doing the next thing, and we keep bulldozing our way through. There's a lot of times we do not take the time to appreciate just how much we've got done, to recognize how much we've accomplished. So I like to pause and do this every single week. This is the time to celebrate. Celebrate good times. I want to know, what are you celebrating from this week? Tell me three things that you are celebrating from what that you accomplished this week. Put it in the chat. While you're doing that, I'm going to tell you my three things that I am celebrating. Oh, I know. I am celebrating my time at Essence Festival last week. You guys, I did a video about it. I did a live stream on Wednesday where I kind of did a recap, but going to Essence Festival was an amazing experience. I'm so glad that I did it, and I'm so grateful for my sister. My sister um gave me that trip as a birthday gift for my 40th birthday. She planned all the details, and because she had been there before, she kind of knew um what to expect and where we needed to be and where a good place for the hotel to be, and like she had all the details figured out, so all I had to do was show up and attend, which was really really nice and very fun. And I enjoyed literally every bit of that trip. So I have all of my ones are probably going to be about that trip. My second one, I found the cutest, most fun little boutique event at Essence that I even got like flowers. Fresh cut flowers have been one of my new love languages. So yes, I when I got the flowers, I was just like, oh, and then add on getting the sign ball from Serena Williams. So you can watch that full video to get all the details about all of that from earlier this week. But I'm writing it as a win for those couple things because I really had an amazing, amazing trip. Um, not only did I get a chance to have fun, I definitely felt rested and rejuvenated from that trip. There's a lot of times we come back from a vacation or from a trip and we're even more tired than before we left. So I'm very grateful, with the exception of whatever the heck is going on with my sinuses right now. I came back a lot more rejuvenated and inspired. I came back extremely inspired about Essence and what it would look like to be a speaker there in the future. Oh, which the last that reminds me, um one of the I don't know if you remember, but when we were in the get your next three clients challenge, that was one of the questions. Where would you want to speak at? And I said Essence. So I went into Essence thinking, what would it look like for me to speak here? Which again was just super, super, super inspiring. So yay. Stephanie says wonderful wins. Thank you. Again, that last one was inspired by you guys. So you should take credit for that. I love this. Okay, so then Celeste, let me share your wins. I love it. Number one, Celeste says we went to Rehoboth Beach for the fourth. My first time accepted a last minute invite. Yes. Take a second to be spontaneous and enjoy something. I don't know where that beach is, but that sounds amazing. Girl, tell me more about that too. I'm so glad you went. Are you going to post some pictures on your community tab over and on YouTube? I'm gonna go. If so, I'm gonna go look them up because I'm excited to see the pictures. I'm gonna post some pictures from my time over at Essence there too. Okay, so then number two, you did your first interview on your YouTube channel. Congratulations, guys! Come on, listen, we making our money back from that challenge. Get it, girl. I love it. That's so good. And then number three, went for walks after work 3 times this week. That's amazing as well. So good. I love having that time to like separate and again and get into our body. And I think like that's why I have like walking on the list. But here's the thing, we should have restful activities that aren't necessarily trying to achieve a goal. It's just that we get to go and do the thing. So y'all take a pointer from Celeste in that, for one, she probably has walking on her list of rest and fun. And then two, like doing it as a way to release rather than a way to achieve a goal. Okay, y'all, come on. Yes. Stephanie said fantastic wins. I reset with Celeste. Come on. And then Celeste is speaking into this distance. I'm speaking it. Come on. I can't wait I'm gonna be a speaker. I had this whole idea about what being a speaker at Essence could look like. Because as I said, one of my favorite events at the Essence Festival, while they had the massive convention center, there were also these places where they had the little boutique events. And the boutique event where I got the flowers was my hands down most favorite experience. And I thought of like, what would that be like to have at a sponsored event with some based businesses that I could be an MC, but then in between have the chance to speak and talk my talk. And man, it just got me super excited. So I'm speaking into existence. I'm putting it out there. And even if it doesn't happen like that, I'm excited for what it could be. So yes. Stephanie, you're actually in Delaware. I thought you were over in uh San Francisco already. Listen, you all over the place. I love it. I can post or do a reel or a short. Yes. Show the pictures. I would love to see. However feels better. Y'all, we're gonna go see. And here's the thing. I love that because why we should share. We should start doing that every week. If we're talking about scheduling rest and fun in our schedule every week, let's share. Like if you post it on your thing, tag me. I'm coming over there to shout it out to celebrate you because you're making more time for rest and fun. And that's so much of what this is about. We as Black women, we've never had a hard time showing up to do work. We've never had a hard time getting work done. Instead, we have a lot more time getting rest and fun done. So I want to celebrate. I want to positively reinforce the rest and fun. Come on, I'm coming over to shout you out. Yay, Celeste said, thanks, Stephanie. Oh, I got it. Yes, you are in San Fran, but the beach is in Delaware. Oh, okay. I got it. I'm coming around to it, y'all. Thank y'all for correcting me because I'm like, I know I've never I'm trying to keep all the things correct. Also, too, if you haven't noticed, I sound like a complete frog because I got some kind of sinus something after coming back for Essence. So bear with me. Bear with the fact that my brain is moving a little slow. But I'm here for it and I'm here with you. Okay, so let's get back to it. So we celebrated our wins from the week. Now that we've celebrated our wins, we're moving into this next part, which is where we get into the co-planning. We have about 35 minutes before the top of the hour, and this is an hour activity. So what we do for this next 25 minutes is inside the worksheet, I give you the next steps to actually schedule your week. The first thing that you're going to do is you're going to look at the things, now that we celebrated the things we did accomplish for this week. Now you're going to take a second and you're going to look at the things that you didn't accomplish for this week and you're going to reprioritize them. If they're still important, then you're going to put them in the first box because you know that those are the things that you're going to schedule first and foremost. If they're kind of important, if you're they're something that's important to you but they're not urgent, they're going to go in that second top right box. More than likely those are the things that are going to go on your to-do list that when they become the most important, when they become a top priority, then you will actually put them on your list, okay? But those are not the most important things to get scheduled today. And then not important and not urgent. 9 times out of 10, those are the things that were nice to have, and you thought that was a good thing to have, but you really should delete it. Okay. I don't even want you to do that later. Just take it off your list. Here's permission to not make yourself do anything more. And now that you realize that it's not important, get rid of it. Okay. And then the last box, not important but urgent. 9 times out of 10, the things that fall into this list are something that somebody else needed. And you need to probably politely delegate that back to them. Hey, friend, I know that you really needed this, and I thought that I was going to be able to help you do it. I can't finish it for you, but I can direct you to the resources to help you accomplish it. That's the kind of conversation you're going to have with the people or the things that are on this list. Delegate them to somebody else, okay? All right. So that's what you're going to do first. Oh, wait, we got some more wins. Oh, yes. And I got to share these. Stephanie, I loved following your journey through Fiji. That is one of my dreams as well. And so I'm going to put it on my list for 50 as well. Stephanie's win says, turn 50 in Fiji. Oh my gosh. And it was beautiful. So beautiful. And was given a sticker on the airplane from Elizabeth Gilbert, an author. Oh, I didn't realize that from Eat, Play, Love. So fun. Man. And she was at the resort at the same time. Yes. And happy belated birthday. Exactly. Happy birthday. Listen, we can do a quick birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. I could go on, and we know that song could go on and on. Yes, happy birthday, Stephanie. Such great wins. Man, that is so cool that you got to meet the author of Eat, Pray, Love. And I saw that sticker she gave you. It was so cute. I love it. So good. Thanks for sharing your wins, both of you. So good. You see how excited I get with the wins? I love when you share your wins, y'all. Okay, good. So now if you're doing the next part of the exercise, we just reorganize and prioritize the things that you have to get done on your schedule for next week. When you get into scheduling, here's what I want you to do first. Schedule your rest and fun. Because here's the thing. When you schedule the work first, you don't prioritize scheduling rest and fun. And we already know you know how to work. Okay. So I'm not saying that you have to put a crazy amount of rest and fun in. But if you know you do a weekly activity that allows you to have regular rest and fun in your schedule, put those couple things in first and then go back and plug in work afterwards, okay? So we're actually helping you to make that a better priority rather than just getting into work, okay? Oh, yay! Yay, you're welcome. It's my pleasure to sing to you, dear friend. Come on. Ah, ha! Thank you. I'm glad I don't sound like I feel because I feel like a frog. Thanks, Celeste. Hey, Felicia over on Instagram. So glad you can join. We're just going through the Freedom Friday activity. If you haven't got the worksheet, go ahead and, especially since you're on Instagram, head to my DM and just put in the letters FF, and I'll send you the link directly to my DM, okay? Otherwise, you can go to the website freedomfridays.yourdreamstrategist.com and you can get the worksheet there. Yay! I'm so glad you got a chance to stop in. Okay, y'all. So we were just singing happy birthday. We prioritized our list of to-dos for this week. And then now we're going to, I gave you, so within the worksheet, I give you some more tips to think about, but I really just talk you through them. So you should be good to go to create your schedule for the week. So now is the time that we actually create your schedule. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to put a timer on the screen. I'm going to put a little music in the background. You're going to have about 25 minutes to go ahead and create your schedule in your calendar. In your calendar. Because that's how this is what's holding us accountable is our calendar. I'm not going to be able to hold you accountable. You got to hold yourself accountable by using your calendar. So I'm going to put that timer on so that you can go and get your schedule all set up. And then when we get done, we're going to come back and wind down for the weekend. And then we're going to be done. Because once we wind down for the weekend, then we're going to actually get ourselves into some fun. Okay. All right. So let me put that timer on. And I will see you guys back here in 25 minutes. Sound effects. There we go.
So nasty.
blowing my nose. Okay. If you're still with me, we got just a couple minutes left or a couple seconds left. You should be finishing up um your planning in your calendar, and then we are going to get into the wind down. Yeah, yeah. And I'm just gonna open that page again so I can tell you what you're looking at. Okay, so we did it. We're done. We set up our schedule for next week. We made sure that we scheduled in rest and fun. Well, actually, that's our next step. If you did not take time to schedule in rest and fun first and foremost, then let me tell you, let me instruct you to go back and do that right now. Go back and make sure you got rest and fun in your calendar schedule for next week. So some of the things that I have scheduled in there, I like to do hammock time on Wednesdays. I like to go do an event with the run club. I do that on Saturdays. I go dancing. I go Chicago style stepping on Thursdays. Those are some of my regular rest and fun activities that I have scheduled in my calendar. Make sure you got some scheduled in your calendar, okay? Also, Friday evenings are like my fun time with my goddaughter. So, a couple things. All right. So, if you've got that all done, then now we're getting into the wind down steps. We have 3 wind down steps that we like to do. I'm here, scheduled event with my aunt and lunch with I love it. Scheduled a visit with my aunt, lunch, and Wiz for next week. Oh, the Wiz. That's amazing. Where are you going to see that at? That sounds like a lot of fun. I love it. Get all your things scheduled in. Yes, so good. Okay. So, yes, we got 3 things that we do to wind down. Number 1 for the wind down. Now, here's the thing. I want you to take a deep breath. Everybody gets a little freaked out for this one. I want you to look at the windows on your computer and all the million tabs. Because if you're like me, you have all the tabs and all the windows open. Can you close just one tab? Because here's the thing, just like that frees up more space on your computer, that will also free up more space in your mind. So I want you to look and see if there's just one, maybe 2 tabs that you can close. I'm not even asking you to close a window, just 1 or 2 tabs. But if you can close a window, close a window. Okay? Whatever, if you can close all of it, close it down. But I know that's a lot to ask. So let's just start with one, okay? Oh, I love it. You said next Saturday in New York. Come on. You done went from Fiji to San Francisco to New York. I wants to be like you when I get to 50. Come on. Okay, that's a whole nother topic for another day. Either way, it's got me inspired today. I love it. I love it. So that was wind down step number 1. Wind down step number 2. Today, take yourself out for a treat meal. What is a treat meal for you? That doesn't mean that you necessarily have to go out and buy dinner, especially if you're trying to be on a budget. Maybe it's just that you make a dinner that you usually don't have time to make during the week. So one that takes a little longer, or maybe you just don't have energy to do, like one that you actually want to have fun with this week. Okay. I love it. Stephanie says, I closed 2 tabs. Come on. I love it. Doesn't it feel good? I literally feel like when I close tabs, like it says, like Google will literally say like freed up 312 megabytes of space. I feel like it's clearing up just as much space in my mind. So I'm glad that you cleared a couple tabs, closed a couple tabs. All right, so then what's the fun meal that you want to have? I actually had my fun meal earlier this week because when I got back on Wednesday after being locked out in the middle of the night, I said I wasn't cooking on Wednesday, so I went and had vegan burgers on Monday. So today I actually need that was Wednesday. I actually need to eat a good kale salad today. That's gonna be my fun meal today. So what's your fun meal gonna be to remind you that you're stepping into your weekend? This is again, if we're winding down for the weekend, what is the fun thing that's going to help our body start to recognize now I'm not saying eat crazy to mess up all the structure that you set up yourself for yourself at the beginning of the week. We're not trying to counteract our progress that we made during the week. But if it's just something that's still within your purview that you can do, then what's that fun thing that you can do? So that's step number 2. And then step number 3, especially if you haven't been good at scheduling fun and rest in your week, if nothing else today, think about what is something that once you're done working, what is something fun that you can do today. So today, my goddaughters don't know this, so we'll keep this apart. They're not here yet, so they don't know. But when I was at Essence Festival, I went to the Disney booth and they had ears. They got sequin ears with bows on them. So it's mini ears. So I'm gonna be giving those to my goddaughters tonight. That's gonna be my fun thing this evening. So I'm pretty excited about that. And we'll probably watch a movie because I love watching movies. And I'm the godmom that likes to watch animated movies. Any animated movie and I want to watch it. So that's probably what we'll be doing today. So I'm looking forward to giving them their little sequin ears. I got them in the car. So that's my fun thing for the evening. So those are our 3 wind down things. Close a couple tabs, decide on what's the one fun meal that we're gonna have today, and then what's the one fun activity. So feel free to share those things in the chat. And then while you're doing that, if this has been hard, I know that scheduling more rest and fun can be a change. It could be a huge change, especially if we're that woman that is used to being strong, who's always prioritizing work, who is exhausted. It's like, wait, I'm exhausted as it is. I just need to sleep. I agree, you need sleep, but you also need something that's going to rejuvenate and refill your spirit. And so that's why we do this every Friday. But if you've gotten into the rhythm of this, and now you're ready to take it to the next level, now you're ready to just quit being a strong Black woman altogether and you're ready to shift your life and start taking actions to be who you are beyond work, then I would love to help you do that. I have a coaching program where I get together with Black women. We come together in a community. I have a structured process that I take us through that's going to help you redefine who you are beyond work because you're so much more than your job title. Gosh, you're so much more beautiful in that. And I want to help you make space to lead yourself from that rather than feeling like you ever have to show up and be something or someone for someone. You don't, there's no more shoulds here. You just get to be. That's the space that we want to see each other live from. And so I help us make that transition in my program. And so I would love for you to check that out. That's at meantformore.yourdreamstrategist.com. What it looks like when we get into the program, because you're like, well, how you might think, what the heck does it look like? That's one of the questions that I get. Well, you get to have this self-discovery conversation with yourself, but then I'm going to talk with you and help reframe some of the things that we tend to beat ourselves up about and actually show you just how much beauty is always happening inside of you. It's so easy for us, especially as Black women. We've been taught to be critical of ourselves for so long, but guess what? I'm gonna show you. There's a lot more beautiful going on up inside of you than you even recognize. And I get really excited about doing that within my coaching sessions. The other thing that you might be asking yourself is, well, I've been in my career for so long, and this sounds like I'm gonna have to do a whole bunch of change. Like I'm gonna have to start over. You don't have to start over. This is not about you. You don't have to throw out the baby with the bathwater to find that purpose, that fulfilled life that you know has been inside of you all the time. This is just going to help you bring it out. And if you decide to change careers, that's up to you. But you're not too far along. You're not too early in your career. There's some people who are get out of college and they're like, "Oh, this is definitely not what I want." This is a good place for you to start. If you've been in your career for 20 years and you're like, "I didn't had enough of this. I want something different." This is still a good place for you to start. This is about bringing out who you are beyond work, regardless of where you are in your journey with work. You're going to find this reemergence, this beautiful light come most deeply out of you that you didn't even know because you have been so concentrated on work that this is going to show you a whole different side of you. And that gets me super excited. So, again, if you are interested, make sure you check out meantformore.yourdreamstrategist.com. Okay. So while we did that, we got some stuff going on in the chat here. I love it. Celeste said, I'm going to two Exodus Summit meetups this weekend, including Longwood Gardens in Philly. Come on. Yes. And then that counts as next week, right? Well, you count it as whatever time. But I love that you got two of them to go to. Girl, I need to get with you. You got a whole schedule together. Listen, I got to get some more Exodus Summit meetups on my schedule too for my rest and fun. I love that. So good. Oh, and Stephanie says, take all the pics at Longwood Gardens. I love it. Yes, please do. And then post them on your community on YouTube so we can come see. Or I gotta go follow you on Instagram. Girl, where do you post pictures at? Because I need to come follow. Okay. So yes, I love that. I love that. Two great events happening. Okay, you guys. So that's about it. We've done everything that we needed to do to set up our schedule for next week. We're a little bit over the top of the hour. I'm giving you I'm getting out your way. Do what you got to do. Enjoy the rest of the week. And the rest of your weekend. I hope that you have so much fun, so much rest, and I look forward to doing this again with you next Friday. So share this with another Black woman who's trying to get more rest and fun in their week. And then also make sure to like and subscribe so that YouTube knows to share this with more people as well. So have a wonderful weekend and I'll see you next week. Bye.